Right now, several communities across southern Wisconsin are worried about the potential data centers coming to their backyards. In less than 1 week's time, we've seen protests against building data centers in the town of Vienna and northern Dane County, but also down in Janesville. And our Ellie LaLiberte joins us now. And Ellie, exactly what are these centers?
Well, an AI data center is like your phone or computer. It stores and computes data, and they use a lot of water to cool down all the hardware. In Janesville, companies have approached city officials asking to buy and build a facility, but the city manager tells us it's not as simple as just saying yes or no.
There's a long process.
For Janesville City Manager Kevin Lehner, a potential AI data center at the old General Motors plant has its pros and cons.
They do create significant amounts of taxable value within the community, more so than any other single project possibly could. The things that raises concern are, the power consumption, how that would impact the city itself.
That power consumption is one of the top concerns for Amy Barrio with Clean Wisconsin.
I think it's starting to raise some red flags.
And part of the reason centers are moving into Wisconsin.
So we have, a lot of rural areas here. And then we have, right now, plentiful water in Wisconsin.
According to Clean Wisconsin, two of the state's bigger centers, Mount Pleasant and Port Washington alone, will require roughly the same amount of energy needed to power 4.3 million Wisconsin homes. Microsoft, however, claims more than 90% of the Mount Pleasant facility will rely on a state-of-the-art closed-loop liquid cooling system.
But that ignores what's going to happen off-site. If power plants are built to meet the needs of these data centers, power plants use a lot of water.
But Lehner says Janesville could look at forcing companies to adapt technology to protect the environment if it decides to move forward with the center.
The newest technology dramatically reduces the amount of water that the companies are using in the newest generation of data centers.
Now, even if the city of Janesville decides to move forward with the project, negotiations could take several months. But we've also heard from the DeForest administrator that the company proposing the town of Vienna Center has also approached the village about possibly annexing land for a center there.